our guest relations team will respond immediately. Please, don't forget about our next fan giveaway day, where all attendees will receive the Timberwolves backpack. Help us again, bring the bill, and get a Timberwolves backpack.
Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. The San Antonio Spurs, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score at 1-1 as they go up against the Timberwolves. The quest for the best in the West continues. Coming up next.
It's the Western Conference Finals. The battle now goes to Game 2. We thank you for joining us for this playoff edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And the starting group for the Spurs. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then it's Plumlee. Then it's MP. And it's Champagnie in at the power forward position. And for Minnesota, they've got Dosunmu. Kyle Anderson is out there with Jaden McDaniel. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So Minnesota will get the first possession. Poked away. And here is McDaniel. Anderson is screen on MP. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that aspect.
The Spurs should make the first free throws in this. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. As now give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. First one falls for. So he gets them both. Now, Dosunmu. To Gobert. Over to the wing. Anderson outside. And here is Dosunmu. No good on the triple. Now, here's MP. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. We're about 1 minute into the first. DiVincenzo against MP. Back to DiVincenzo. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Well, look, you have to stay connected to DiVincenzo. He will bury you from out there.
Here's Hernandez. No good off the back of the rim. Timberwolves have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Anderson finds Dosunmu. That bucket in no time at all.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
MP looking around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 5 points in the game.
This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Now here's Anderson. Plumlee with the rebound.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that is the easy points for him at the rim.
The shot's good.
Good decision there by Vassell in the two-man game.
Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. McDaniels outside. Pass to Anderson. Gobert with a screen for Anderson. To the inside. Gobert double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball call.
5 to shoot. Anderson kicks to DiVincenzo. McDaniels outside. Another miss by Minnesota.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the dunk by MP.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Pass to Anderson. Timberwolves passing it around. Down low. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I mean, could this be any easier for Gobert? The rim is right there for him.
Here's Hernandez. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. The three-pointer, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They want to put some distance between them and the loss on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
Well, look, turnovers hurt you in 2 ways. You lose the possession on offense, and defensively,
Substitution on the court.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. McDaniels dishes to Anderson. Outside Conley. From deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got MP. Also Fox out there. Barnes out there with Castle. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 spot. Shot clock at 5. Here's Barnes. San Antonio again missing. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. That puts them in the lead. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Timberwolves delivered in a major way. He had 14 points and his range was on full display. A surprise effort from a guy who typically plays a smaller role. We'll see if he can keep building the momentum.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, and that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with him.
and the important thing now is to keep that momentum going. You want a player building on his positive results.
Gobert checked in for Minnesota. Spurs also with the sub. Plumlee's checked in. Conley gets the bucket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
MP with it. He's got 9. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Rudy Gobert, number 1. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Mike Conley. San Antonio also making a switch. Vassell's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Gobert. Anderson outside. Here's DiVincenzo. A three-pointer is right on target. DiVincenzo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Champagnie. Here's Castle. Shot clock at 6. They need this. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Out left of the wing. Vassell outside.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Minnesota with the ball. They've scored 10 straight. DiVincenzo passes to Anderson. McDaniels. Here's Dosunmu. Three-pointers off the mark.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Inside, here's DiVincenzo. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so, MV will bring it up for San Antonio. Vassell finds MP. And here's Plumlee. Pass to Castle. MP outside. The 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. The rebound by Champagnie.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he missed on that.
Now here's Dosunmu. Castle covering. Anderson wide open. Hands it from downtown. Anderson's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We come back right after this.
Hello and welcome everybody. Coming into halftime of Game 2, there's an air of confidence for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
This is the kind of selfless effort you love to see. They bought it into the game plan. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, guys.
That coaching staff has to be thrilled with what they've seen so far. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They were able to hold serve in Game 1, but they'll need that same effort to make the most of their home court edge.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's only one game. And it was a game that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, but you got a great chance to take a commanding lead in this series, Shaq. You could go up 2-0, and I don't see them losing the series.
Some big expectations on this game, too. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Spurs trail by 15. Kyle Anderson is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Dosunmu. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Castle. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Pass to Anderson. Over Castle. The rebound by Champagnie. Champagnie's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Vassell in the corner. Good on the triple. Vassell's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Spurs. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Nice answer by DiVincenzo. And this is the league right now. Quickly exchanging threes.
MP outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Gobert, the screen. Yes, that goes in. Anderson's got 7 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. MP against DiVincenzo. MP outside. From the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Anderson kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Dosunmu. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from three.
Here's Hernandez. Gobert with the block.
As intimidating a defensive presence as there is, Gobert could write a book on rim protection.
McDaniels dishes to Anderson. Here's the 3. It's good from long range. And it's 6 points for Dosunmu.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. making a switch. Conley's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Stephon Castle. San Antonio on defense. It's a 14-point game. Anderson, the bounce pass. And finished off by McDaniel.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniel's athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it up.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe this play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
Timberwolves leading by 16. 1:43 left in the third quarter of the game. DiVincenzo finds Conley. Dante DiVincenzo, and that's good. DiVincenzo's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Timberwolves. And here is MP. He's got 15. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half-court in time. Minnesota making a switch. Shannon's checked in. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. MP against Conley. Conley with the screen on Barnes. Here's McDaniels. A rebound by the Spurs. Barnes passes to Vassell. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Here's Barnes. Nice defense from McDaniel.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And so, MV will bring it up for the Spurs. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
The third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Anderson. Art comes in for McDaniels. And it's goes. And the Spurs with some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Olynyk. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And MP subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Champagne's checked in. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen here, Fleur. Guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. On the court for San Antonio. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then it's MP. Then there's Plumlee. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 side. The 3 goes down.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
That one goes in.
Excellent possession there. If you set up DiVincenzo, it usually leads to points.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Anderson with the ball, and it's Vassell picking him up. Gobert with it. MP's there.
And the slam. If Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish.
1:52 left here in the fourth quarter.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
He drills the 3.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no three.
Minnesota leading by 17. Anderson outside. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely... new lineup for Minnesota. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the